The following announcement has been paid for by the
Maharaja.
World Order.
Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road, back again, back again. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road.
Hey everybody, Goldie here with a card analysis for Stacy Keibler, Women's Legend. Again, similar to the Showboat Miz video I did, I'm going to be taking a look at everything but the moveset. I do not have access to previews for the characters, so I'm just going to take a look at the card without the moves. We'll start with the tag links. The Women Superstars link, which I guess is just when you acquire a belt for any women's superstar. There's no actual tag link there. And then she has the generic Attitude Era link where gems do 10% more damage and no gear. My one gripe about this character is, and it's like super minor and just very finicky on my part. I'm fully aware of that. But everybody already has an attitude tech for females. Everyone has Lita. And there are no acrobats, no showboats, and no tricksters in the attitude female category. And Stacy has yellow and purple moves, so she easily could have been a showboat or a trickster. That's just my minor little wanting to see every single roster gap filled. So I'm not like, my roster isn't hurting because I don't have Stacy on it, because I have Lita to fill that roster gap. But again, like I said, super minor gripe, not all that important. What is important is the coaching ability that we're going to talk about. So she's similar to Striker Sasha in the sense of flat gem damage. But instead of blue gems, she is for red gems. And instead of being a trainer, she's a coach. So that frees up your trainer slots. And this is basically a bonus because you have her as a coach. You don't need to sacrifice an MP trainer or a move generation trainer. So at 9k, red gems do 2200 more damage. And the first person I thought of with this ability was Powerhouse Drew. He has the Black 2 move that does damage per red gem. So immediately thought she would benefit him the most. Also, Powerhouse Bree and Big Cass, they have the same moveset. Their finisher does damage per red gems. So she would benefit them as well. There's another group that she would benefit, and that would be people that increase their red gem damage. Not all gems, but red specifically. So if you run Walter that way, he has a move that increases his red gem damage. Hall of Fame Andre has a move that increases his red gem damage, so those two would work as well. You could use her on really any character that has their primary focus on creating or destroying red gems. And then the fourth use would be similar to the move damage medal that you, like if you have a rare belt and you have a move damage medal for jobbers that you move around. She would be similar to that in the sense that if you have a level 1 person that needs to get through a tour and you don't have a belt for them, you could put her on as a coach and Sasha as a trainer, and you can buff their red and blue gem damage to help them get through tours or blitzes or what have you. There's also the crossover value that I wanted to talk about, so I'll bring this image up. In terms of coaches that do damage per red gem or boost red gem damage, there's Typhoon, who gives 15% more damage at 9k, and there's also Hall of Fame Lita. She's only 5% though, but she does give an extra red gem, so a lot of the times, like with the exception of Powerhouse Drew and Powerhouse Bree and Big Cass, a lot of times you just prefer to take the extra gem. But I'm going to compare the crossover values with Typhoon. He also does blast gem damage. So if you're using a character like Sika, where he's turning blast gems into red gems, you probably would still want to use Typhoon instead of Stacy. But if you're using Typhoon strictly for the red gem damage, the crossover value is 14,667. So if your red gems are doing less damage than that, you'll want to go with Stacy. And if they're doing more damage than that, you'll want to stick with Typhoon. Another person that you could put her on is Powerhouse Hogan. He generates multiply gems on his reds, and if you don't have Zombie Taker or Most Electrifying Man Rock, Stacy could definitely take that place. What you need to ask yourself when you're using flat damage coaches is how high is your gem damage? And would the character you're using benefit more from the flat gem damage as opposed to an MP coach or a defense coach or a move damage coach? So basically it really all depends on what your gem damage is hitting for and your straps and medals setup. Again, this is all like pre-medals. So this will be tacked on, like if you have a red gem medal that like is like 6% more red gem damage, it'll be plus 2200. It won't be the 2200 then multiplied by the 6%. So kind of a new shift in coaching ability that we're seeing with Stacy. As opposed to the percentage, we're moving into the flat territory, similar to, like I said, Striker Sasha. And for clarity, I know that 14,667 gem damage for your red gems is ridiculously high. Most 5-star silvers with all of their stars filled tap out around 8,500. It was simply just to A, find the crossover value between Stacy and Typhoon, and B, to show that Stacy is a better option gem damage wise, like 99.9% of the time. Thank you very much for watching this video. Be sure to like, share with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified when my next gameplay video comes out. Thanks again for watching. Take care.